Meanwhile, in England, Henry VIII, not to be outdone in piety, had been writing a book which he had dedicated to Pope Leo X, and which the Pope had received in 1521, just before he died. Henry's book denounced Martin Luther and upheld the authority of the Pope as being absolute. Cardinal Wolsey encouraged Henry to exaggerate the papal authority, hoping that he himself might be the next pope. Thomas More, who would one day lose his head for defending that authority, suggested that Henry should touch it more slenderly. Henry brushed the suggestion aside, declaring that he would set it forth to the uttermost. Very proud of his book, Henry dedicated it to Pope Leo X, had it bound in cloth of gold, and sent it off to Rome, hoping to be rewarded by a title of some kind. The Pope thanked the English ambassador, and holding the golden book in one of his soft white hands, remarked with gracious hyperbole, "We all but welcome Luther's crime, since it is the occasion of your noble championship." Henry won his title as Defender of the Faith, although 12 years later he was to break that faith, challenge the authority of Leo's cousin Giulio, who would become Pope Clement VII, and as king declare himself head of the Church of England. Ferdinand Columbus, who had been in Nuremberg during December and January buying books for his library, left the Netherlands for Spain with the Emperor in the spring of 1522. Taking 2,000 Flemish and Spanish retainers in 150 ships, Charles sailed away from Calais for England to visit his royal aunt and uncle on the way. Henry, in his expansive manner, gave his sober young nephew a hearty welcome, and entertained him with lavish feasts and tournaments at Greenwich, Windsor, and in London. Catherine was happy to see her nephew, though he certainly was a peculiar-looking young man, with no resemblance to her sister Juana, nor to his father, the handsome Philip. All the Habsburg had that very protruding jaw, but Charles surely had the most exaggerated one. Little Princess Mary, Catherine and Henry VIII's only child, was then 6. Charles acquiesced when Henry bluntly suggested that he tarry for her and marry her when she is ripe. Charles V also signed a treaty to join Henry VIII in a war against Francis I. So there was the old game beginning all over again, with 3 new players, those 3 young rich monarchs of Spain, France, and England, who would now hold the fate of Europe in their hands.